Libras, welcome back. I'm the Ivy Phoenix. This is your February 2018 general reading. Um, so let me first get some things out of the way. Nothing bad. Nothing bad at all. I just wanted to get out, all the things about moi. So if you want a personal reading with me, my email address is theivyphoenixguidance@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to me there and we can set something up. My turnaround time as of right now is between 5 to 10 business days. Has not reached that 10-day mark yet. Hoping that it doesn't, but just giving you forewarning about that. I've been very, very busy trying to keep up and all of that stuff with all those readings. Not to say that I can't do it. I love doing this stuff, but just with the nature of work and the season and traveling and living life and loving life and all of that type of stuff, I just need the emotional capacity to complete it all. And so I thank you all so much for your support. Because I would not be doing this without the feedback and the overwhelming love that I've received. So thank you all so much. Secondly, I do also have Instant Go. That handle is the Ivy Phoenix. So please feel free to reach out to me there if you have some one-off questions. I can get back to you there within 24 to 48 hours. However, if there are different elements to, what you're interested in knowing more about, I will be suggesting that you just get a reading. It would be more time efficient. It would be more cost effective. All of that in regards to Instant Go. Facebook, where I house all of my energy readings, giveaways, and things like that, I will be starting up soon. So make sure that you join over there. That is the Ivy Phoenix Guidance. And then Instagram, where I have kind of like one-off daily energy reads. I have not been able to do them in a little over a week now. May have that timing a little bit wrong, but either way, that is what I'm hoping to get more of a cadence for. All right, y'all. So that is the business side of things. For my readings, I'm not calling out signs. I actually just want to say that now versus when I'm actually doing the reading. I really enjoyed the layout that I had for January, so I did that again, where I have already shuffled and dealt out the cards for the first few weeks. But of course, to be the typical Libra that I am and appease both sides, I will be pulling clarifiers in the last week of the month on camera. General reading. So will not pertain to every Libra in the world. This is going to be a specific group of people. But please, I'm advising everybody because it's just a 2-month, so partnership, relationships, that does not have to be romantic. This is also the only month this year that we are not having a full moon. I believe that a lot of the energy that I have been seeing, a lot of the monumental changes, I honestly believe all the readings thus far have had the world come out. I really do, that it's been involved in some type of capacity where just cycles are ending. I really feel that that is because of the January 31st super blue blood moon lunar eclipse that took place. So for February to not have a full moon within its month, a lot of that energy is going to be transpiring within the first couple of weeks. All right. I can attest, I know that I've been hit with it. So let's get started, shall we, Libras? You guys know I love you. Week 1, the first card that came out was the Messenger of Earth. This is the Page of Pentacles. What I'm feeling, and because we are on the tail end here, there are a couple more days left here for the first week. Because we're on the tail end here, this may have already happened. This may be currently happening, so you're in the midst of it now, or it will be taking place, or the consequences from the decision, not consequences, but the outcomes from the choices that you chose to make may be playing out going forward. Messenger of Earth, what I'm feeling is you receive some type of message, some type of information, something that really kind of stopped you cold. I don't really get that much from the Page of Pentacles. It's definitely a slow moving energy. I feel more that when it comes to either wands or swords, where that energy can definitely stop you just plain in your tracks. But I'm not getting that with this. I'm actually getting that this message, whether it was about stability, something important, something that could rock your world, came to your attention in week 1. And it might not have been clearly told to you. This may be something that you stumbled upon. It may have been something that you were told. It may have been something that you saw. It may be a gut instinct. Whatever it may be, there's something that is just putting you on pause. And so much so that maybe, Libras, you are sitting there trying to contemplate how you can change the outcome of the situation, and you can't. I just want to tell you that now. Again, we all have free will. All of my readings that I put on YouTube or any platform that is not specific to any one individual or specific situation can be changed. But I feel like you already know this, though. You already know this. You can't change what happened, what will happen, what was said, what came to your attention. You can't change it. So this Four of Pentacles energy, this controlling aspect that you're trying to have, you gotta let that mindset go. And I mean, this person, maybe you already have this specific deck. This individual is not holding on to any of the coins. Maybe it's a release. Maybe it's a release. You've stopped. You're looking at the situation like, really? Really? And you're just, throwing all caution to the wind here. Just like, okay, fine. Poof. I could see that being the scenario from a personal standpoint. So, maybe if any of you have been working on yourselves in some type of capacity, maybe this is more of a, reflective type of thing where you know that you have taken on this energy beforehand and you're just willing to stop that. From a work standpoint, I can see where it may be good. I mean, you can definitely be stopped cold in your tracks if it is good. And you realize you don't have to control the outcome on that front anymore because monetarily you're doing very well. You're doing very well. From a love perspective, and I do actually have another card here, so I'm not done just yet with week 1. But from a love perspective, getting this message, you see maybe where you've contributed to the relationship in this Four of Pentacles energy, that type of way. And maybe the message is like you're hanging by a thin thread from your partner, or you're communicating that. Again, general reading, so the energy can be vice versa for who is involved in the scenario. But then we have the Lovers here. We have the Lovers here. You get this message. If this is from a love perspective, which is why I wanted to save this card, I know it can apply to, personal, it can apply to work, but I really wanted to save this for love. If I'm looking at this from a love perspective with this card, I'm sorry about, I said I see myself here looking all wonderful. I'm just kidding, guys. But I need to make sure that I'm focusing where the actual camera is. So with actual regards to love, you get this message. Somebody may be bringing it to you. You decide like you can finally release trying to control that aspect of your life and apply that to all areas. You get this message and you release the control, or you recognize that you have to stop with that type of behavior. Something's going to change about the way that you love, how you love, Libras. That's what I'm feeling from this. Libras, as an air sign, let's just talk for a second here. And the feeling that I'm getting. I'm definitely feeling it in my throat chakra down through my heart chakra. And I can attest to this because I'm one of you. As an air sign, it can be very difficult to be able to identify with emotion. We live, Gemini, Libras, Aquarius, we live up here. We live in the mind. If you can't spark our intellects, there's not really a connection. Or if there are certain aspects of yourself, things that you do that don't make sense, you can't form a bond. There is something, because this doesn't feel like it's recent energy. Recent being within maybe the last 6 months, 6 years, maybe 6 weeks. That's still pretty recent to me. That's only a month and a half. I'm going to go more with 6 months or 6 years. There is some type of process mechanism that you have carried with you continuously, which impacts how you then show your love. Maybe even receive love as well, because here in this card, we have this kind of beauty and the beast element, right? Something so divine about that photo, that love. And those types of behaviors have caused you to grip on so tight when you think that you have it in your grasp. And I say think purposefully, because you can never control anything besides yourself. So everything else that happens, I don't want to even say necessarily it's a product of chance, or it's a product of agreement. It's a product of, divine alignment. It's a product of everything fitting together. It meshes. It vibes on the same frequency level. So the Four of Earth Pentacles, I really do wish it was never included in the tarot deck, just to be honest with you, because it's not realistic. The further and the more that you choose to hold on to something or think that you have it, the more it fights, the more it has to break free. Nothing is ever meant to be trapped. So let's just scratch out it being about personal love or work. Let's just say for life in general, for a lot of you Libras out there, you're finally getting the hint. You're finally listening. whatever message came in finally came in loud and clear where you have to change things. Venus is going to transfer into Pisces on the 10th of February. So that is going to be, I call it more illusion type of energy. It is rose-colored glasses. It may be more difficult being able to identify truth versus non-truth. Venus in Pisces is very fluid. It's money and love is taking on the characteristics of a Pisces. All right, so just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I don't think I need to clarify any of that because I see where this is going. Another message needs to be said. This is week 2 now. The week of Valentine's Day. This is a message that doesn't necessarily need to be said. It can be seen. It's physical. This needs to be said. It's being thought. It needs to be released. It needs to fly. I've been seeing for you Libras that there is some type of apology that you are due that needs to come in, that clarity needs to be received on. If you have not gotten it before, you know, if you have not gotten it before, if you have not delivered it before, I feel like that is because you have purposefully been putting up blocks, putting up walls, ignoring that gnawing feeling to the point where you just can no longer have the control over that as if you did anyway. So the clarity that's coming in, the message that is coming in is definitely going to be around, you know, some type of other, this is another element of control. The 7 of air, typical tarot jargon is, you know, of course, the lying, stealing, thief card. I'm not feeling that per se. It definitely could be this person is wearing a mask. All right. But in this particular deck, you have all of these birds coming to you. In other decks or other depictions of the 7 of Swords, you have the individual, you know, sneaking to pick them up and things like that. But that's not the case here. You are attracting the deception. You are attracting this energy. Happily too. Like I said, you have been blocking this from happening. And I don't think that you're going to be able to do that anymore, Libras. You're going to have to deal with either the heartache that you have caused or deal with the heartache that you're dealing with, or somebody is going to be coming to you to finally deal with this. Could be closure, although from being an individual who used to think that closure was just a must. There was no way that you could move on from anything in life unless you were able to have the why. There are certain times when that why will just never come. So on this other side of being that type of person, I realize that it is up to us to be, again, you can't control anything else. It is up to us, ourselves, to be able to pick ourselves up and keep it pushing. So it's you or another person that is coming in to finally, or it will finally have the opportunity to do this, to speak on this, because this can't be hidden anymore. It needs to be discussed. And I feel like it needs to be discussed because somebody is having a very, very, very profound moment of, whoa, what the F did I do? What did I do? Whatever I did caused me to lose this 9 of Cups with this person. And I haven't been happy. I've been in this mentality, you know, since it all went down. And even if I can't fix it, even if I can't change it, because maybe too much time has passed. Like I said, 6 months to 6 years, maybe too much time has passed, but the opportunity shows itself just out of the blue. I mean, look at all this blue that's here for this week. Out of the clear cut blue, honey. Sorry, notification on my phone. But something finally happens. And either Libras, you were wishing for this, or this individual is just like, what did I do to lose that? What did I do to lose that? Where there could be a possibility of a new beginning. Now that is totally up to you all. Totally up to you all. Oh, Lord. I want to clarify this page of air, week 2, February, Libras. I think the rest kind of speaks for itself there, but I want to know more. Okay. Let me get one more. No, we got your card. Justice is at the bottom here for this clarifying energy. So somebody's missing you on their team, Libras. Missing you on their team, or this could be it was a part of a 3-party situation with the rest of the energy here, this 7 of Swords and this 3 of Air. Again, what did I do? What did I do? And King of Swords isn't necessarily a negative type of energy. It's just somebody who is very confident in how they communicate, confident with the messages, confident to be able to see through the BS. Now, in the reverse, you know, definitely not somebody you want to be around when you make them upset. But this person still has a little bit of tact, still a little diplomatic, professional, brilliant, impartial. With the messages that are coming in, either them or you, based off of what this message is, what you come clean about, what they come clean about, this just may be you presenting it. I feel like you are going to be coming from a place of maturity because, again, 6 months, 6 years. Something that has to do with 6 here. All right. Something that has to do with 6 definitely has a profound presence. And we have 2 3s. We have the 3 of Air and we have the 3 of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Earth here to also clarify this messenger, where I'm feeling that this is that lingering energy where you still may be a little bit slow, or and by slow, first off, I mean more so with maybe there may be more than one conversation you want to have. You may not want to get it all out at the same time. especially if it is a three-party situation. You know, if it has to do with the energy of these three cards, this conversation may transpire over a few days here in the second week. All right. So let's move into week 3. King of Earth was the first card that came out. King of Earth is my favorite king. He isn't so proper to, you know, be housed in his castle. He knows who he is. He's confident in who he is. He stands very stable, very rooted, but the people love him. The people love him, and he loves the people. He's one of those types of kings. So whether this is, you know, a reconciliation or whatever it is, a passionate new beginning of some type, I feel like if you're going to be the one receiving the message, Libra, you're going to be very okay. You're going to be very fine with it. You're going to be fine with the outcome, whatever it is, because again, you've matured. You've matured. If you're the person that has to deliver the message, this is still a level of maturity. I still feel that the message will be well received. You don't need to be fearful of that. But by taking this step, by coming into this energy, however it's going to present itself, a cycle ends, and it ends peacefully. Like, I get this sense of peace. I get this sense of it's about freaking time. It's about time. And for those of you who are hoping that, you know, I want to say evil, that the negative aspects of the situation are over, somebody's coming in with a message of love. You may want to give it to this person. This person may want to give it to you. Whatever it is. And y'all can do whatever you want to do with that. So let's get into week 4. Week 4 for Libras, February. Thank you. Y'all can do whatever you want to with that. I also can feel that if, you know, for those of you who feel this conversation will finally just shut that door so you're able to move on, maybe, you know, that is what is prompting this conversation to take place when it is because you want to release it. You may be, you know, halted from giving your all or being able to accept a love offer from someone else, someone, you know, where you don't have this history with them. And this conversation just needed to be done so that karma can finally be released. Again, like I said, all of the readings thus far have gotten, oh geez, that's way too many. The world in some type of capacity where it's, I feel again where that Saturn was in Sagittarius the past few years. The lessons that were learned are either being learned, forced to being learned, whatever it is. But now it's time to finally keep it pushing. All right. We got 3 here. First one that comes out. So I was calling all of those pages. Well, they may be more knights. But there's some element of being kid-like now. Like I'm feeling giggly. I'm feeling like giggling like a little kid where there's freedom. There's freedom. Heightened intuition. Also, you know, a result of Venus switching over into Pisces. And I feel that you don't need to be on guard anymore. Now, for some of you that may be going back to this person, taking this person back, them doing it to you, I can see where even though you were finally freed because you had that conversation, you know, you still might be a little hesitant. Your intuition may still be perking up a little bit, so you will be on guard. But just from looking at this quickly, I feel like that cycle has closed out. It's ended. You maybe put another offer out there. They may have put another one out to you. Regardless, or you're accepting this from a new person, or a new person is offering this to you. And this feels good to me. This combination feels good to me. It feels good to me. Just for kicks, just to see. Okay. There's some clarity on the entire situation here. Yeah, victory. It says it right there on the card. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. And then you have the 9 of Cups. Concerns fade away. A love of life. For sure. That's what I'm getting. At the end of the month, that is what I am getting. So let us close out the message for you all. I'm pulling one wisdom card for Libras, February 2018. One card for Libras, 2018. So I definitely do feel like this was more loved focused for you all than it was for work. I'm just trying to see. If this is from work, I can see it possibly being more of a legal situation with all of the swords energy that is here, where maybe it just may be best for you to come clean about what happened, or perhaps that finally is happening for you, so things will be turning in your favor. And then at the end of the month, you have, you know, a sense of release, because once again, you are not trying to control the outcome. You can't. You can't. You cannot. You cannot. King of Air, King of Pentacles. And I mean, even at the bottom of the clarifying deck, we have the King of Fire here. All right. So it fell out 7 to the sea. I think that you just recognize it's time for, and I had that for the Gemini video, it's time to face the music. But Libras, to the sea, I feel, looking at this card, you just need to finally embark on this journey. You just need to do it. It's been long enough. And maybe that's also what this is it's been long enough, so you're finally switching course. You've been You've been in solitude enough. You've been ignoring the call, all of that, that it's time to go. It's time to take this boat in a new direction and finally dock. It's time to dock. It's time to go the distance. It's time to find somebody else out there on that body of water with you. It's time to partner up, or, you know, to recognize what got you out, you know, lost out there all alone. Any of you that needed confirmation, if you possibly wanted to see any of these things mend themselves, fix themselves, this, I cannot deny this, you know, this new beginning here. I can't deny this new love offer coming in. I can't deny how I really do feel with these cards here. This freedom, this intuition, this letting go of being in this type of energy, you know. And then you get a victory card and a wish card. If any of you wanted to bring that back and bring it back fresh and bring it back ready to work, you have the opportunity to. Mending. The opportunity is available to you, Libras. And just looking at that, I feel seven. Maybe some of this energy started to transpire, you know, during the last 7 days of January. May definitely go into March. That's all I got for you, Libras. I love you so much. What? Sorry, I put the wrong cards on the wrong deck. Yeah. Take what you will, leave the rest. If you want a reading with me, you know how to reach me. Love you all so much, and I will see you in March. Mwah. Be blessed.